this game has done so much for me. Like, I don't know how it don't hurt. Now, and plus, when I had to work extremely hard all the time just to be able to do stuff. So I don't know how it doesn't hurt. Like, I don't know how when people look at it like that. Like when we have practice everything. Like, man, it's just one practice. Don't tell me it's just one practice. Don't ever say that to me again. Don't do that, because this could be my last practice. Right? And there's so much that I mean, you just think of how much this game of football has done for you.
Everything. What's up, everybody? It's LaVar Arrington here. Had an opportunity to sit down and talk with Coach Fran Brown of the Syracuse Orange. That's right. He made that football team relevant. They're playing some really, really inspired and need I say dart? Yeah, they playing some dart, D-A-R-T football. You'll find out what that means and more in this conversation with Good in the Game with me, LaVar Arrington. You ready for it? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. All right, I got my coach with me, man. And this is a special one because, well, you're kind of if I saw myself being a coach at the next level, because I coached at high school, I felt like I did really well. I had a winning record, won the conference my last year there, instilled culture, but it was a hard-nosed culture. And our coach, our next guest, Coach Fran Brown of Syracuse Orangeman, that's what you bring. You bring grit. You bring a level of intensity and passion that is authentic to who you are. Just talk to me. First off, how you doing, man? How you doing, Coach?
And I'm blessed, man. I'm up, right? Like you just said a little while ago.
10 toes down, baby. 10 toes down.
I'm thankful. My wife healthy, my 2 sons healthy, my daughter healthy. You know, I ain't getting no bad calls from the crib. Everything going well with my brothers. So, man, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed.
Indeed. So, talking about from the crib, you're from Jersey, but you're from Camden, New Jersey. And as we talked about on the back end, we share in common our spouses are from Woodbury, New Jersey, which is right down the road from Camden. Talk to me a little bit about how Camden played a part in your love of the game of football, because I know the area very well, and it's a lot like where I'm from, Pittsburgh. It's a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a lot similar, very comparable in terms of, it's not the touristy places. It's the places where you grow up, where you
Exactly.
Yeah. Talk to me a little bit about where you came from, how that played a part in football.
Me, it started in Little League, right? As soon as I got to the field at 9 years old, man, my Little League coaches, they the best coaches I ever had. I had a coach named Coach Drip, Coach Ira, Coach Rowland, Muhammad. There was a bunch of them out there, Coach Muhammad, Coach Orlando. But Coach Drip, he put that dog in me, right? He put that, this what you going, he used to make us crab to the pole, run around the whole track, singing songs. He'd tell me a song and be like, the whole team better know it by the time you get back. So we running, you know how we used to have them chants when we running and doing it. But then he'd be like, he'd hit me in the head with the football, make us do stuff, but it was all love, right? Now our parents, everybody up there watching, but he just showed us how to hit. He showed us how to win, showed us how to win at life. And what that my Little League team did to us, no matter how dudes, because you're from Pittsburgh, I'm from Camden. Everybody grow up different ways now, right?
Yes,
Little
sir.
League, one thing, but I got some dudes that I grew up with that's like stone cold killers. They just doing all types of stuff. But what we built in Little League, it kept us all tight the rest of our life. But when I see them, no matter what, it's still that same 9, 10, 11-year-old love. What's up, baby? How you been, right? And when you hug somebody, you see them, it's like, it's
it
real,
matters.
it's real. It's like you never left each other, right? So they instilled that into me. And then I got to high school when there was similarities, the same thing.
Went to Camden High.
So when I went off, Yeah, I went to Camden High. I got a
Mm-hmm.
chance to play there. Played varsity 4 years, so it was fun. But then when I went to college, I just took all of that with me. Y'all not tougher than me. Y'all can't work the way I work, right? You're not gonna do the things that I could do. Like me getting into coaching, just from going from a corners coach to a head football coach. Everybody say you gotta be a coordinator first. You got now I want to impact the whole team the way I can impact my group. I want to be able to impact the entire community.
Mm-hmm.
I want the country to understand and know that you can be yourself and go be successful in life. So I would really tell you, my little league football
That
coaches,
was the foundation.
they made you yeah, that was the foundation. And I still talk to one of them, Coach Drip, like all the time. A lot of them I talk to, but man, he just made such a huge impact on me of like what a coach is, how to love someone, how to show tough love, how to be there for them. Like, and then when you're doing wrong, the first to tell you. But then when you did well, man, it was so happy just to run over and give him a high five. When I was little, I thought he was like 7 foot tall.
Mm-hmm.
As you get older, you realize
He's short.
he ain't really that big. But
Right.
just to come up and give him a five,
Yeah.
like it was, that's what I just pray that all my players could get that. They know, I know Fran love me, right? I know
Mm-hmm.
he care about me. He might be tough on me about everything, right? Because I always tell him how you do anything is how you do everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
I class check. If they ain't sitting in the first two rows of all, it's a problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
Different things because I know I thought I was going to play in the NFL my whole life, and I was about to be the best player ever. And I'm a football coach.
Mm-hmm.
So when it's time to put them cleats up or that ball go flat, you got to be ready, and I just pray that what I'm doing, same way my coaches did, they had me ready for life,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's important to me.
Love that. It sounds like detailed, accountable,
Mhm. Relentless and tough.
relentless, and tough. It sounds like Dart. It sound like talk to me about it. Talk to me about Dart and how you incorporate, that aspect of you into the program that you're leading.
Because I come to compete every day. Like I'm waking up every morning, like early as heck. I'm getting up. I come in here, work out. It's mandatory that our coaches work out. I got the
Mm-hmm.
coaches mandatory. You work out 3 times a week if you're on the staff. You know what I mean? You have to do that. I just want sometimes there's a couple dudes that thought they wasn't gonna get their 3 workouts, and I say, yo, you go home, we good. We don't need you. You don't know how to follow the rules.
Yeah.
This is what we
You
have,
don't
and we
want
only
it. You
follow
ain't
so much.
hungry. You don't want it.
Yeah, you don't want what we want,
You
right?
gonna
Um,
disappear when I need you. When I need you the
exactly,
most, you're gonna disappear because you can't even do
exactly,
this. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
exactly. And I
Right.
just look at it like, yo, if you could be detailed, accountable, relentless, and tough in your faith, you could do that with your family. Because once you're doing it with your faith, you're gonna be a better family man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like no matter how look, you lock in with your faith, I guarantee you now your family is starting to shift and things are becoming easier, right? Y'all
Mm.
becoming more loved. You can feel the home now. It
Mm-hmm.
ain't a house no more, it's a home,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then academically, you naturally gonna do it. So if you locked in with your faith, you dart in your faith, you dart with your family, you dart academically, so damn well I'm gonna be able to count on you when it's time for football. I
Mm-hmm.
ain't even worried about like I know he gonna do his job because his GPA says it
Mm-hmm.
because he ain't missed class all week. And every time coach even checked, I seen him sitting in the first two rows. He ain't have his earbuds in or his headset on. We ain't going to class with the shiesty mask, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you going to
Mm-hmm.
class with like dress how I'm dressed because you got to sit next to future business owners,
Mm-hmm.
and you are a future business owner. And I always tell him like the biggest advocate for you is who? Let's say me. I am coach. Exactly. You the biggest advocate for yourself. So go sit next to people. Let them know what type of business you are because you're a
Mm-hmm.
walking business. So just trying to make sure we're on top of that and teaching them that. So that dart, who would not want to be detailed, accountable, relentless, and tough? Like
Mm-hmm.
if you had those four character traits inside of you and that's who you are, like how you not going to be successful? Because we're going to go through tough times, right, LaVar?
Yeah.
Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go through them tough times, you're gonna be able to fall back on your faith.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be able to fall back on that family. You know what I'm saying?
That's, I mean, that's strong. And speaking of relation to family and those things and being accountable, I do this show for the National Football Foundation. It's called Good in the Game. You are what
Mhm.
I would consider good in the game because anybody who gets an opportunity to play for you or to work with you as a coach, they are getting someone that understands how important the game is and what it represents. Talk to me a little bit about your dealings with the National Football Foundation and what that relationship has been with you and how that plays a part in what you have going on.
I mean, it helps me a lot. The National Football Foundation, just the fact of the community service and being able to push that with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the number one thing, to be able to serve.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, there's nothing. It's not more I can do besides telling you or trying to lead you to your fate, right? But to be able to go out in that community and to be able to represent the National Football Foundation and communicate and collab with them all the time and to help these young kids who are looking for that structure, they looking for a way out.
Mm.
The young kids who everybody think, because my kids, right, are they well off a little bit right now. So with my children, hey, they still need to know, right? Like
Right. They got to know. They need to
they
know.
gotta
They just don't need
understand.
to
They need
know.
to know.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
like, yo, y'all need to know. But then how about that father who's struggling and then he see me
Mm-hmm.
and he see me out there helping and he see me out there going through it and I go give him that one little hug and dap him up. Hey, yo, stay strong, fam. Your
Mm-hmm.
people counting on you and you're doing a hell of a job. Sometimes it just take you to tell them that one thing. You're doing a hell of a job, yo. Keep it up, yo. Like you almost out.
Mm-hmm.
Because you always like how it is, right? You either in a test, you coming out of a test, or you about to go into one.
Mm-hmm.
So when it's time to do that, you just got to stay focused and stay locked in, right? And be able to use the people around you. And that's what I want this community here in Syracuse, and then really the whole Northeast, just wherever you're from. Like I want you to be able to understand and know, like, damn, he doing that much community service. He locked in with the city like that. Why is he doing all this? Because I was one that was completely counted out. I was the one that was sitting there crying, didn't know how it was going to work. When I went JUCO, I drink a gallon of water, literally, so my stomach could be full, and then I go to sleep because I had to connect that Dunkin' Donuts the next morning. I get to finally eat, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like I know what it's like to struggle and to want it, and push and go at it. So like for me not to be linked in with the National Football Foundation and to be doing community service and having that all like hit it, it means a lot to me. You know, it means everything to me.
We brought up Camden. Talk to me about what was your biggest challenges growing up? Like what has led to you? I get the college part of it and the JUCO part of it and what's next part of it. How was that growing up for you? Because I mean, if it's anything like what I think it is, and I could be wrong. I mean, I could be all the way off in my assumption, but just knowing, the area is as much as I've been around it over the last 21 years. Uh, what was it like coming up in Camden for you? Like, how did that play a part? And like, what was your challenges growing up? And how did that play a part in the mindset that you have right now, especially the community service aspect of it?
There was a lot of community service that was there in a different way, right?
Okay, I could dig.
So when you look at the old heads that was outside getting money,
Yeah.
doing different things, they paid back community service to the youngins like myself that didn't have a lot, right? That was going through other stuff that they could see, hey, nah, he gonna be all right. Stay away from here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you need to do this. Here, get that. So there was a lot of community service that they was paying back. You know what I mean? I know the other side of it, whatever, but there was a lot of community service paid back. So me seeing that kind of makes me want to be involved. But I mean, it was tough just because I had a single parent mom. You know, my mom had me at 13 years old. By the time she was 21, it was 4 boys. So there was a lot of moving in the city, right? And we
Mm-hmm.
was living, talking about at one point, I lived on the hilltop, Morton Street, 1192 Morton. I lived on the actual set. So
Mm-hmm.
you might hear all types of gunshots at night, different things going on. You go outside, oh, they hustling right in front of my crib, right?
Mm-hmm.
You hustling right there. So it's I grew up in the hood. But
Mm-hmm.
like I ain't one of them dudes you bar. You know how be a lot of dudes, I'm from Camden, but then they really like from Pennsauken, or they
Mm-hmm.
from the other
Mm-hmm.
side. Like now I'm
I'm
from it. I
from
lived in every
Camden.
part.
Right.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm from the hood, but I had the same struggles everybody else had.
Mm-hmm.
My struggles was no harder than anyone else's. You know, the thing that for me, which got hard, was as I got older, and then I seen a lot of those guys I did play little league football with
Gone.
really getting money outside.
Oh. See,
You know what I'm
where
saying?
where I came from, they gone or they locked up. Literally gone. No
Yeah.
longer
Oh
here.
yeah.
They ain't,
Absolutely.
they ain't with us no
Yeah.
more. Yeah.
Yeah. There's so many little friends that you'll know, like my homies. Like, damn, he got killed. Man,
Yeah.
he got killed on SB. He got killed out Centerville. This
Yeah.
happened to him out east. But I mean, just that. But then dudes trying to get money. And then
Mhm.
you realize, like, oh, what lane you trying to be in?
Mhm.
Because when you cross this lane,
Ain't no
ain't
going
no
back.
coming back.
Yeah, ain't no going back.
Yeah,
Right.
there ain't no coming back. So I dealt with LaVar. I grew up just like you, bro. You
Mhm.
know, we grew up the same way. You know, it's the same thing. Went through the same struggles. Um, you know, those dudes kept us out of the way. It kept
Mhm.
us out, right? Kept us out of trouble, kept us out. I had a good, a nice, strong core of uncles,
Okay.
my mom's brothers,
Mhm.
who like helped me a lot, right? They was in there. My uncles could fight and stuff like that. So by them having a good reputation and a good name, I was still also cool. Like, you know, it was a
Mhm.
lot of.
Mhm.
I got a big family. My dad's mom had 21 kids and like 19 was at birth and something like that. And then my mom had 5 of them, my grandmom on my mom's side. So I had a big family who was known, like they could fight. They could like
Mhm.
do that. So that kind of, I got a pass most of the time.
I could dig.
'Cause you
Yeah.
ain't want my uncle to come back, right?
Right. I could dig it.
I got a pass, right? But man, I grew up like every other dude. Everybody say theirs was tougher than the others. I was just blessed and lucky
I,
that I had favor.
I always say there's got to be at least one coach on a team that can relate to me. That's why we used to always say if you have one, if you just got
Yep.
one, you got a chance. If you have more than one, you got a whole lot of a chance. And it's interesting because a lot of times head coaches they're not really relatable. At least old school head coaches, they're not really relatable. And you are all the way. You're not only relatable, like you lived it and you get it. And we talked about, our ties in terms of coaches. Elijah Robinson, he's also from Camden. And he's
Grew up
also
with that.
yeah, he's also um a real one, super real one. Just talk to me about how that plays a part because it's one thing to be able to be an authoritative figure who says dart, execute the acronym and different things like that. But it's another thing when you can look somebody in the eyes and listen, this isn't everyone, right? Everyone doesn't come from that type of background, but a lot of us do. A lot of guys that play football in particular, basketball too, but definitely football. We come from a hard way, and a lot
Mhm.
of times, all we want is for somebody to relate to us.
Yep.
Understand that if I react this way, understand this is why I'm reacting that way. I'm not reacting this way because I'm a bad person. I'm acting this way actually, really, because out of survival for so many years and understanding code that this is what you do in these moments, I need you to understand so that we can connect on a level where I trust you. I feel because the biggest things obviously is feeling I can trust you, feeling safe. Like I need to feel safe if I'm gonna really like give you what I got and I like this is how I feel about you. Like we riding, right? Talk to me like what's that like? What's that relationship like with your players? Because that's gotta be like I could tell right now just the way you are. I mean, they don't just talk to you on a football level. They talk to you on like you and this is something that you got to find balance with too, I'm sure, being the coach. How do you balance being the homie with being the coach? Because you definitely, I can talk. I know if I come to you as a player or even as a coach, I could shoot it straight with you. I can shoot it straight.
100%.
How do you balance that? How do you balance that out?
Because we're human.
Mm,
And you can't forget that. And I went through the same struggles you went through. I mess around, be going through some of them right there.
mm-hmm.
So it's communication and it's vulnerability, and making sure they understand and know. I know how you feel. Man, look, bro, yeah, like I'm sharing stories with. 'Em. So we'll sit in front of the whole. I'm gonna share a story with the whole team. I'm gonna tell them exactly what went on, exactly what happened, exactly why I was doing this, and why would you talk to them and tell them all that so they won't make that same mistake,
Mm-hmm.
and so they feel comfortable enough to come and talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then they sit there and it's like, oh snap, this is who coach really is, right? And then when they come in, it's things like, see, that dart They just word. I tell the players, yeah, that's why we're trying to live and do it. They words, man. Are you committed to this?
Mhm.
I'm committed to you. Show me you committed to me. And I'm gonna show you that by my actions consistently. I care about you. And I'm not just gonna tell you that, my actions gonna show you that, right?
Mhm.
And then the last thing I ask them, I say trust. And guess what you need to trust? What I do daily. And I'm gonna trust what you do daily. Now I'm gonna help you create good habits. Because a lot of y'all did come from where I came from.
Mhm.
And we got a lot of messed up ways. But then I got some Caucasian kids who came from similarities that I came from also.
Sure.
Then there's some who didn't come from that. I
Mm.
got a lot of two-parent kids in the household, and their parents know, hey, Fran, he need that tough love, right? Then I got some Jewish kids on my team who are just amazing young men, but they also need that tough love and need to be shown what it's like to struggle.
Mhm.
Like hear these stories, hear and understand this, but then in the same sense, show them how that door open for them, keep it open, and help your brothers come in
Mm.
because you know who he is in the heart. Because we all get to build and bond that way and do it all the right way. So for me, it's a thin line, and I'm always able to make sure that they don't cross it. Because I'm at practice, I ain't trying to hear nothing nobody say.
Mm.
It's practice.
It's work.
It's football. It's practice. Work.
It's work.
Work is work.
Yeah.
And when I'm coming at you, coach, player, no matter who you are, because nobody's exempt. When I'm coming at you, that's just practice. That's what has to happen. So we give us a chance to win on Saturday. But as soon as I leave that practice field, what's up, cousin? You good? Hey, I'm saying I'll make sure I'm talking to you and I know who you are. And you'll never go to sleep. And I was screaming at you, whether you're a coach or a player. I'm gonna make sure and I'm gonna come and I'm gonna explain why. And if I was wrong, LaVar, I'm gonna be the first to tell you, hey, I shouldn't have did that way. I apologize.
Mhm.
And I want to make sure you know that. And I might have to apologize in front of the whole team, depending on what it was or
Mhm.
how it went, right?
Mhm.
Because everybody taught that family stuff with us here. I be like, nah, man, we ain't family. That take time. Like you a coach. We had our receiver coach. Man, I'm cool, right? I like Coach Miles. He just got here. And like, yo, this man, I say, yo, don't be telling people we family. I don't even know you in my flow. We not family, dog. We ain't family. How we gonna say we family? You been here 3 months.
If I got to
I'm not
say it, it ain't
family.
real. If I got to say it to you,
Nah,
it ain't real.
nah. We ain't family. Don't even tell them that. Like the players that been here for some time and different ones we know them. Like I got certain my players. I tell them, yo, I love you, yo, because
Right.
they know it. It's
That's when you
certain
know
ones
it's
that I have.
family. If
Yeah,
I tell you
it's
I
like, yo, I
love you,
love
because
you, bro.
cats ain't easy to use. I love you. If I
Oh
can
nah,
say
then
I
some of
love
them.
you,
Hey, listen. This one of them, my boy David O. I love him, right? 18 on our team. My first time tell him. So they come in, I'm like, yo, all right, Dave, see you later. Yo, I love you, man. And he's like, all right, coach. Like he
couldn't
was
get it out.
uncomfortable
Yeah,
with
you
the
couldn't
ball.
get it
Like,
out. Yeah, yeah,
uncomfortable was
yeah,
that? And I said, yo, it's cool. You ain't gotta tell me. That ain't how you feel, man. Keep it moving. I'm good.
yeah.
And then he's like, all right, bet. He's like, my fault, coach. I said, nah, you good. You gotta be who you are. Your heart ain't tell you
I'm
to
letting you
do
know
that.
how I feel. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's what I tell him, right?
Yeah.
So it's,
But that's an
for me,
example, right? That's being an
yeah.
example because I grew up hard and saying I love you was not a part of
Oh,
my culture. That was not a
You want
part of it. There's not a lot of hugging. There ain't a lot of I love you. It's like I know you love me, but it's like have a good day. Like
yeah.
you know what
All
I
right,
mean?
be safe.
You know what
Be
I mean?
safe.
Like but one
Yeah.
thing that I had to learn in my adulthood is being the best leader I can possibly be is knowing that being that way, if I truly feel that way about you, I'm gonna let you know. I tell my teammates
Yeah.
when I talk to them, when we get off the phone, and I can tell even sometimes to catch them off guard, like, love you, bro. Like, and they probably may feel it and they think it, but it's okay to show somebody that it's okay to express the emotion and let you know, like, bro, we know we love each other. I'm gonna let you that this may because I'm to the age now. You get to the age, you be like, hey man, like this might be the last time I talk to you, type stuff. You
Could
know
be.
what I mean, right?
And
You don't
you
take
know
it
who the
for
best
granted.
at doing that? You know who's the absolute best
Who is?
at doing that? Prime, Deion Sanders.
Love that. He is
Absolute
really
best.
good at that.
Really, and
Prime
he
is
and he
good
feel
at
it. He
that.
makes sure it's real, and it's like, yo, Prime, absolute best at that. Like, and it's just like, dang. Like for me, because I got a chance to talk to him and get to know him over these last couple
Mhm.
years. When I like heard Prime time, like, yo, man, I love you, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking Prime just told me that. It's amazing, right? You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like,
And
but
he
it was just
mean
like,
it. And he
oh, he means
if
it.
he respect what you're doing, anything about
Oh,
what if he likes something about what you do, if he respects something that you're doing, he's definitely gonna let you. He don't have no problem letting you know.
nah, not at
He
all.
don't have no
And that makes
problem.
it so cool. That's why I'm
Yeah,
happy that he's doing as well as he's doing
yeah,
and all that because he comfortable, right? He
yeah,
comfortable who he is. And that's the same way like I am. I'm super comfortable, man. I'm just because I'm thankful too, right?
yeah,
Gratitude.
yeah,
It's so much gratitude in this. It's so much to have for me coming from Camden, New Jersey, right? I know you've always just been a regular dude. And I get an opportunity to be on the podcast with LaVar Arrington coming from where I come from. The same guy that we watched as a little kid jump over the pile and make the tackle in Brooklyn. Like, but you know what I'm saying? Like when it all starts to come to fruition,
yeah,
it's like, wow, like God is good, man.
yeah.
Like how I get the
Indeed,
opportunity to be in that position. So
respect.
it just means a lot. You know, it means a lot, and I'm very thankful for it. And that's the gratitude that I think they say once you always show gratitude, you don't mind working.
You know,
You know what I'm saying?
when you have that feeling of gratitude and determination and accountability and that relentlessness and that toughness, you don't shower after you lose games either because showering is for cats that win, not for cats that lose. Now, I could get that if you're a player, but you got to walk me through it as a coach.
So just think of this, right? First off, I ain't running. What I'm running 15 yards. What I'm running 15, 20 yards. Now, when I said this, right, I'm like, man, I was just mad as heck, I guess. And I ain't getting the shower afterwards. I just got up Sunday. I went and slept on the couch. I ain't want to go upstairs. I ain't want to be around nobody. I sat on the couch. I watched the game, fell asleep, got up at 3 something, watched it again, brushed my teeth, went in the office, talked to the staff. I bet, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? When now listen, everybody want to, oh, he ain't get washed. Half of the people that went to the club didn't get washed either. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, look, you laughing because you half of you went to the club and y'all ain't gonna watch till Sunday evening
Right.
either. Let's not act like y'all done all been almighty. So I'm like, man. Say I probably shouldn't have said that. But that's normally when I'll be losing, you know, I'm just upset. Like,
Yeah.
dude, like I love football. I love to compete. So anytime you go out and you compete, I don't compete all week to lose.
Yeah.
So when you go to lose, it's like, damn, like they beat us. Like, all right, bet. So you gotta refocus. I be seeing people talking again right away, and they all like,
Laughing and all that
like,
stuff.
yo, why you, man? I'm trying to fight. I might want to fight you, like,
Yeah.
depending on how much effort you put in all week.
Yeah.
And I know you did, like, so it's like, why you not hurt? Like all that. You know how people used to say, as long as you played your hardest, it shouldn't matter. Man, that ain't
It
true.
still matters.
Yeah, like as long
And
as you
in
went your
fact,
hardest,
it
no, it
should
matters.
matter more if you played your hardest.
Exactly,
Because
and
I'm gonna
it
feel a
hurt.
certain type of way if I played my hardest and that wasn't good enough to win.
I don't know a football game, and I am 43 years old. I don't know a football game that I lost that I didn't cry.
Mm.
Like it hurt. Like, see, this game, ever since they took me to go play at Centerville, it's been joy. It's just been fun. Like I've met so many people. I made friends. Like I've got accepted, right?
Hmm.
For a certain amount of time, most of my life, football was damn near my identity.
Hmm.
Right? Like when I went to high school, when I went around, when I came home in college, like I'm around, it's like, oh, friend, yo, you play football. Yo, hey, friend, you do this. So it's like that was my identity for a lot of times until I understood that it wasn't as I became a man. So this game has done so much for me. Like I don't know how it don't hurt.
Mm.
Now, and plus, when I had to work extremely hard all the time just to be able to do stuff. So I don't know how it doesn't hurt. Like I don't know how when people look at it like that. Like when we have practice everything. Like they're like, damn, it's just one practice. Like, don't tell me it's just one practice. Don't ever say that to me again.
Hmm.
Don't do that because this could be my last practice,
Hmm.
right? And there's so much that I mean, you just think of how much this game of football has done for you.
Everything.
Like you know
That's
what I'm
why,
saying?
hey, that's why I do the podcast so I can hear everybody else give their accounts for it because I'm feeling everything that you're saying because it's like right there. Like everything. I owe everything to this game, man. Like
Yeah,
my
to
family,
the
like
coaches.
yeah, my family, like everybody that was a part of pushing me towards it. Like the culture of football is so dope, man, because it gives you the opportunity to kind of interweave everything that matters because it all relates back to the game, right? You play,
Yeah,
I get up, I take the trash out. Like that's me being accountable. Like I remember I had a game I ran for 305 yards against Woodland Hills, right? That's where like
that's a good
Gronkowski and
game.
Mundy and all. I was the
Yeah,
tailback. I was the tailback, right?
yeah.
I ran for 305 yards and won the game on the last play. Like took off from like the 6 yard line, land in the end zone, win the game. I get up for film study on Saturday morning to go see JV play, do film study. I'm all pumped up, excited to see, the film is my most like I was snapping. Parents sit there heading out the door, coach. Don't forget to take the trash cans down. Right? Everything matters. Everything
Absolutely.
interweaves. Like so, it's like kind of like the lessons that I was learning at home, the things that I was learning playing the game, the lessons I was learning in school. It still all came back to me being able to take those lessons and personify it and show how appreciative I was, or how much I got it, or how much it represented on the field.
Absolutely.
You don't really get that. You don't really get that in any other way where you could actually show and get the gratification of what that represents to you outside of something like the game of football. I'm not quitting. It's fourth down. I'm
Yeah,
not giving up. It's fourth
it's
quarter.
just
I'm getting stronger. It all plays a part. So hell yeah,
it,
it
even
means
even
everything.
even even for me with like my family, because growing up, everybody was able to come around.
Mm-hmm.
Like we play little league games, you got to see everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It brought family closer, right? My little cousins to start playing. Man, we might be at the field from 11 o'clock till 7:30 at night because there was somebody on a different team. So
Mm-hmm.
just the whole family there all day and that atmosphere and just being around it and just being able to see them smile. For me, there was nothing better than me scoring a touchdown. I had an uncle, my uncle Charlie, ain't no hat. My uncle Charlie, every time I score, he'll give me 20 touch $20.
$20. Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I was trying to score every time I touched the ball in Little League, yo. And I had my uncle. I'd be mad as heck when they take us out in the fourth quarter. You know, how many times you scored today? 3. All right, I got you Monday. I always got my money on Monday for me. So it was like just little things like that that
Yeah,
like
man.
meant
Sure.
everything to me, right? My boy Dewan Wagner, his step pop. Every time I would score with him, he give me $50 a touchdown. So when I get to high school, the only thing with him, he was like, if you throw a pick, it takes off one of the
I'm taking them
touchdowns.
all. I'm taking it back.
So he would take off, yeah.
Yeah, right.
But it was just that. Like that's how I had money.
Yeah.
You know what
Because
I'm
they were
saying? I got
taking care of
money.
you was
So it's like,
balling out. They hook
hey,
you up.
like give me some touchdown, I'm getting paid. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So it was I don't know, I just football, man, is so much fun, man. And it brings so many families.
This I'm
And
a
not just you don't gotta be black. You don't
yeah.
got it's black,
Oh,
white,
it
no matter your
transcends
race.
color. Absolutely.
It brings us
Absolutely.
all together, man. And it
Absolutely.
becomes like, dang, it's amazing, man, what this game could do.
It don't matter how much money you got, nothing. It's just we in it together, man. And that's what I've
Yeah.
always loved about it. And that's you build those bonds and those cords of love and respect because you had to sweat, bleed, cry,
Yeah.
laugh, all them emotions all together. You know what I mean? Just to get to this one, you try to get to that one place where you can look at each other and say, we did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's always
Yeah.
so speaking of that, let's end off on this one. You said there is no other place. Like this is it. Like Syracuse is where you want to be. This is we're going to do something here. It's going to be special here. Just talk to me about what's the future for you there and how you're viewing things and it seems as though you're doing really well with getting guys to want to come there and the program seems to really be on a very very dramatic incline in terms of where it's going trajectory wise. Just talk a little bit about that.
So for me, when I look it up north, it's just been Penn State for a long time, right? Penn
Mm-hmm.
State, Penn State. Back in the day, it was Syracuse, and it's coming back, but it's been Penn State, and I love what Penn State do. Like I love what they're about, man. I love the culture that Joe Paterno set, that Bill O'Brien tried to keep it going for that little bit of time, and then now Franklin got it back rolling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got it on, and I love that. I think we need to show it's not just one team up here that's a dominant football team, right? I think it needs to be more because when you go in the South,
They got a
down there,
few.
right?
Yeah.
As soon as you hit 95, you they down there, right?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you hit it, you get to the South, it's down there, Texas, like that. And it's just like, you know what? I want to be able to do that up here. I'm 4 hours from the crib. So family ain't just popping up. Don't tell me you was around the corner. No, you
Mm-hmm.
wasn't. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
far enough away where I'm where I'm at, but then the culture that we can create and that we can set. Like I could go to Pittsburgh and get kids, right? I could go to Ohio, get some kids,
Mm-hmm.
the DMV, get some kids, go
Mm-hmm.
to Florida, go different spots, and they could come here and see, like, okay, there's something different, and like I just want to build my own.
Mm-hmm.
I want to build my own. I want to be able to build my own because there was some great players. As you look at all them first rounders that's on the wall behind me, starting with Jim Brown and then all those dudes, and great players have been here for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of Hall of Famers here in the National Football League. So it's like, okay, I wanna build on what they done. And I want to go back to that. I want to keep building on that. And I know I can affect the community. I touch me being here right now. It's a kid in Pittsburgh that understand and know what I understand and know what he's going through. He's seen what I went through. Now he a little more like comfortable and knowing he gonna make it. It's a kid in Camden, New Jersey that because of where I'm at and they got reached to me, it's like, oh, I bet I can make it. Kid right up the street in Syracuse, right down the hill, that has that same thing, right? There's all types of kids in this area because we all grew up the same. It's a little Italian kid in New York City that just want to show that he could do it and he could play football. And I think I get that hope. You know what I mean? It's nothing like being able to give some hope, right? You know hope
Mm-hmm.
how it get take you a few more days and they know what it's about. So I mean that's what I'm about here. I'm learning more about the overall as I'm a head football coach. So you learn more about the administration. You learn more about all the other little things, all them little intricate details that can help a program continue to grow. And I think that our chancellor is he gonna support me. Right? I
Mm.
think the athletic director
That's
is. There's a
super
lot of things
important.
that we had that was opposite. I just got to keep getting them to see it the way that I see it, right? To
Mm-hmm.
be able to go this way, and this is what I look at. This is what I see. This is what happened at Georgia because I was able to win a national championship there with them. So I understand and I know what it's supposed to look like,
Mm-hmm.
and this is how they did it, right? This is what happened there. So we're kind of trying to do that, but as long as they stay on that point of trying to go forward, right? Administration keep wanting to rise, keep wanting to go. Because LaVar, I want to win a national championship.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to win a national
Yeah, I mean,
championship.
why are you there?
Like, yeah,
You know
like
what I mean?
that's
Why
what
you
that's the
there?
only reason I'm doing. I'm not coaching to be 8-4 or be 10-3 and just be like, oh snap, we was 10-3. Like, no, I'm not happy that we was 10-3 last year.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be in the college playoffs and go win the championship.
Mm-hmm.
So like everybody, hey, y'all did a good job last year. Nah, not really. Like we was 10-3. Like we lost 3 games that we probably should have won when you go back. Something that I probably done as a head coach, right? I did wrong
Mm.
learning and doing it, but I want to win a national championship.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why you get in the football. Like I want to win the conference.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you get in the football to be able to do that. I want to educate these young men. Like I'm telling them all the time. You're not gonna come here and just get an education. You're gonna get educated, and I'm gonna challenge you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't want to be challenged, don't come here.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want your coach to be at your dorm room messing with you around and all like that, don't come here. You don't want to see a guy. Like, you're gonna see me all day long. I'm around all the time. I'll keep you up in the building with us just so that way you can keep being better and keep creating good habits. Because the idle time messed up a lot of good players.
Mm-hmm.
Think about this, Bar. Now you're one of the better players to ever play college football. But think about how many of your homies that went to Penn State with you
Mm-hmm.
that couldn't handle the idle time. That
Yeah,
you know, because he should have
was a
been
dog.
doing this.
There's plenty of
Nah,
them. end up transferring out, end up,
You know what I'm saying?
not fulfilling it to the level that they could have. And that was it. That was literally
That's,
the one element that kept them from being, what they needed to be. Is girls in the idle time,
so
drinking
I'm
in the
taking I'm
idle
taking
time.
all that idle
Yeah,
time. I'm
yeah,
taking all that idle time. Show you how to get right.
yeah.
You told me you wanted to be a man. Your mom said it. Your dad said it. Y'all sure? Bet let's go do this then. Like let's take the. It take 3 years to go to the league.
Mhm.
So don't try to run after one because you ain't playing.
It take 1 year. It takes multiple years of development, right?
100%.
It takes
All you
one
gotta do is be really nice. Your red shirt soft.
1 year.
Yeah.
But listen to what I'm saying. But it takes that development of
Yeah.
understanding what it is that 1 year looks like. Because then, if you get that 1 year, football is football. Like
Yes.
if I figure out how to do it, I learned how to do it my freshman year. I was with Coach Rule. He was my teammate. Aaron Collins was in front of me, and I was sitting there and I was just watching them, just watching them. I knew how to take notes. I didn't know how to take the type of copious notes, as they say, like they did. And I started learning how that worked. Going into my sophomore season, people are like, "How did you do this?" I was taking stuff that I was doing athletically in high school, and because my ability to study the film and know, like, okay, if his head goes down and his shoulder drops, he's chopping. He's
Mhm.
chopping. So I got a three-way go. I could go up top, I could go to climb and go around him, or I can come under him. And if it was a big game, I'm going over top of him. Just because I that's just what it's going to be, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but something as simple as knowing that just because he dropped his head and his shoulder went with him, you ain't coming back up. I know you ain't
Can't.
coming back up, right?
Yep.
So once you learn it and you understand it, you can always have a great level of success doing it because it's actually pretty routine. Now,
It is.
if you add passion and you add knowledge, oh man, and wisdom, like you're a little older, your body's a little stronger. It's a wrap. I mean, and it seems like it showed you had a record high since joining the ACC. You had 12 players get all ACC acknowledgments for what you're doing. That's pretty strong. So, and
It's just
understanding that,
we believe in each other.
yeah,
Honestly, they know I love them. Like it ain't no like I ain't far from the best X and O dude. I ain't got man. They can have that. You can't love them kids better than me, and they ain't gonna be around them like that.
which
Like I'm
led to
gonna
the
give them the
most
tough love that's needed.
the nation's led the nation in passing. Led the
Hmm.
nation in passing. So if it ain't X's and O's and it's just Joe's, then you got your Joe's wanting to get it done.
Yeah.
Man, that's a beautiful thing, bro. Hey, man, I wish you the best of luck. I mean, is there anything that I missed? Is there anything that you want to put out there? I know you was dealing with the
Nah.
transfer portal and all that
Oh yeah,
stuff,
we
and
going well. It's a
you
couple
know,
dudes left. Actually, one of our
I
receivers
know,
went to
I
Penn
know,
State.
I
Good,
know.
yeah, listen, he a good kid. We just texted the other day. I told him I love him. He's like, "It's all love, coach." I said, "Yeah, absolutely. Business is business. I love you, and I'll always be there for you, Trevor." He a great kid. I think he's gonna do well there. We had another kid leave, go to Texas. I think he's gonna do well. I'm excited. A couple other ones. Everybody had to go where they had to go, but we went. I hit the portal hard.
Yeah,
We better off.
right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We got other guys
I
too,
could
right?
dig it.
It's not like I'm not upset. I'm happy
Yeah,
with who came in. I think that they make us a better football team. So I'm very thankful for that. And I'm thankful for just everyone that's supporting. You
yeah.
supporting us, I'm extremely happy and thankful for it. And just thanks. We just need you to keep coming out, man. Keep supporting us, to be honest with you. And LaVar, I need to see you do well. You need to see me because our wives from Woodbury and they need to make sure that their husbands are successful, right?
gotta
So I want
gotta
to make
be an
sure you do
example,
well.
right?
Yeah,
Gotta
yeah.
stay strong and be the example, bro. And if your wife is like mine, being from Woodbury, you gotta stay strong. Period, bro.
Oh,
You got
yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
stay so strong because Woodbury women got an edge about them where you got to have a thick skin, you got to have a
Yeah.
strong jaw, and if you back down, you
It's a
probably
wrap.
you've probably
Yeah,
married
it's
the
a wrap.
wrong one. So
Yeah,
got
yeah,
to
yeah.
stay strong. So hey, man,
Yeah.
I appreciate the time, appreciate the talk. Let's Coach Fran Brown, everybody, man, and talk about a guy's guy, a man's man, bro. Like I bang with you strong, man. Bang with you tough, man. Pulling for you. Was pulling like just watching the interviews of seeing you and watching how that team played. Doogie, you know about Doogie from
Yeah.
Virginia. That's one of the
Yeah.
babies, one of the kids that I know from growing up with Coach Scott and them in Richmond. But just I started seeing guys start to gravitate towards Syracuse, and I was like, man, like, all right, let me check out, what this coach is doing, and just getting to know what you've done and how you've done it, and listening to you, bro. Like, I want to see you do it. I want to see you get that national title and titles plural. I want to see you have success, man. And that's this one hits different for me. Listening to you,
Appreciate that,
that
man.
one it hits different for me. So I
I
wish
really
you the
appreciate
best,
this. I appreciate it. It's an honor to be on here with you, man.
man.
Ain't nobody wearing that 11 like you either.
Hey,
No,
we created that tradition, and we got some.
for
So
real.
when you get a cold blooded piece that plays linebacker, you got I certainly bless it for there to be a Sticks. We could turn Stick City and expand the kingdom into the Syracuse family as well. I have no problem. I
Hey,
would
so
love seeing
listen, if
that.
you saying that, then it's Jaquez. You better step it up because you see who wore 11 and you heard what he
Okay,
said.
well there
So
you
step
go.
your game up so you keep it on.
There you go.
You know what I'm
Well, it starts today, so let it be stated and let it be said. Jaquez is the pioneer and the originator of it at Syracuse University. I
He
keep
better
that
step it up to hold that
I
because we
keep
talking
that
about
thing
LaVar
on
Arrington.
too. You know what I mean? I keep
Yeah.
that Stick City on. All right, Jaquez. We ended it
All
off
right.
with you. All right, everybody. That's Coach Fran Brown. Man, that was a conversation, and that certainly was good in the game, man. That's wow. I tell you what, that was a powerful talk, powerful conversation, understanding where Coach Brown has came from, what he's been through, and why he coaches the way that he coaches. It starts to make way more sense. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This is Good in the Game. I'm LaVar Arrington. That was Coach Fran Brown of Syracuse. And yeah, till next time.